Good folk, draw near and warm your hands by the firelight. I carry a road-worn tale from the old northern marches, a tale of a knight who rode through war and winter to keep a promise made in spring. But the road is long and time keeps no mercy. Hear now the sorrowful lay of the knight who returned too late. Hear now the road of a weary knight who rode through dust and rain. For word had reached the northern wars that peace had come again. His armor bore the marks of years, his cloak the winter's thread. Yet in his heart one lantern burned for the vows that once were said. Ride on through darkened gate, no road may turn the hand of fate. For some return when bells ring late, the knight who came too late. He crossed the hills of heather gray where autumn winds were cold. The villages he passed through spoke of stories softly told. They spoke of harvests gathered in, of weddings long since done. And in their quiet market squares the long road home had begun. Ride on through darkened gate, no road may turn the hand of fate. For some return when bells ring late, the knight who came too At last he saw the river bend and towers pale with dawn. The banner of his father's hall still hung though years were gone. Yet all the court stood silent there, no trumpet gave its cry. Only the chapel bell was heard beneath the morning sky. A maiden dressed in mourning black stood by the chapel stone. Her hands were clasped upon a grave new carved and still alone. She raised her eyes and knew him then, though many years had flown, and whispered low beneath her breath, "You should have come back home." Ride on through darkened gate, no road may turn the hand of fate. For some return when bells ring late, the night who came too late. The knight knelt down beside the grave where fresh white lilies lay, and set his weathered gauntlet there as dawn became the day. No battle horn had brought him low, no blade nor broken shield, but time itself had struck the blow no sword could ever yield. Ride on through darkened gate, no road may turn the hand of fate. For some return when bells ring late, the night who came too late. Ride on through darkened gate, no road may turn the hand of fate. For some return when bells ring late, the night who came too late. fall before the embers sink to ash. Hear one more road-borne tale. It comes from the marches where the wind walks the heather, and old banners fade beneath the rain. There rode once a knight named Sir Alaric, last of his line and keeper of an oath no man could break. Hear now the lay of the last ride of Sir Alaric. In the hall of the Northern King, where iron torches burn, a messenger rode through the gate with tidings newly learned. The eastern host had crossed the veil, their banners dark with war, and none would ride the broken pass where winter storms still roared. Then rose Sir Alaric from the board where silent lords had sat, his cloak still stained from older wars, his blade worn thin and flat. No younger rider knows that road, nor how the ridges lie. I rode it once in darker years, and so again will I. Ride on through wind and snow, where lonely mountain riders go. For some are bound by oath and name, though death may ride the same. They saddle then his iron gray before the dawning bell. The stable boy held fast the reins, though tears he could not quell. Sir Alaric laughed softly then, and set his helm in place, and turned his horse toward the pass with quiet, steady grace. Ride on through wind and snow, where lonely mountain riders go. For some are bound by oath and name, though death may ride the same. Mountains closed around his path with ice along the stone. The wind cried like a hunting wolf where ancient pines had grown. 3 days he rode the frozen heights where no warm hearth was near, yet still the gray horse climbed the trail through storm and shadowed fear. At dusk he saw the eastern fires beyond the broken wall. The enemy banners filled the vale like ravens dark and tall. Sir Alaric turned his weary mount and drew his weathered blade, and rode alone into the night where silent vows are made. Ride on through wind and snow, where lonely mountain riders go. For some are bound by oath and name, though death may ride the same. They found him when the spring returned beside the shattered gate. His sword still laid across his knees, his watch held firm and straight. And though the snows had claimed his breath, the pass had not been crossed. For one lone night had held the road, though all the world seemed lost. Ride on through wind and snow, where lonely mountain riders go. For some are bound by oath and name, though death may ride the same. So ends the road of Sir Alaric, who kept his oath when others fled. Remember him when winter winds walk lonely through the pass, for the world is often held not by armies, but by one rider who does not turn his horse.
Good folk, draw nearer to the firelight and listen well. Not every road leads to a king's hall, nor every rider returns unchanged. In the green hills where the old mounds sleep beneath the grass, there are doors no mortal hand should open. Yet once a young knight rode where the hill breathed mist at twilight, and heard a voice that was not meant for men. Hear now the tale called The Lady Beneath the Hill.
Sir Edric rode at evening fall through valleys cold and still. The crows were circling in the dusk above the ancient hill. No hearth fire shone upon the road, no shepherd called his sheep, for older things than mortal men had stirred from buried sleep. Oh, softly tread where shadows lie, where moonlight crowns the hill. For voices lost in elder years are calling wanderers still.
A silver mist rose from the ground, where grass grew long and pale, and from the mound a lantern glowed like moonlight through a veil. Then from the hollow of the earth the lady's voice did rise, as gentle as a summer wind, yet old as winter skies.
Oh, softly tread where shadows lie, where moonlight crowns the hill. For voices lost in elder years are calling wanderers still.
The hill was split with ancient stone, a doorway worn by time, and there she stood in silver white, beneath the moss and thyme. Her hair fell like a river's light, her eyes like twilight streams, and all the world grew faint and far, as though you walked in dreams. Come ride no more through mortal lands, the quiet lady said, for years like dust upon the wind have gathered round my bed. One night beneath the hill with me is worth a lifetime's day, for none who pass my hidden door remember time's slow way. Oh, softly tread where shadows lie, where moonlight crowns the hill, for voices lost in elder years are calling wanderers still. So they say, the hill still breathes at dusk, and travelers sometimes hear a song beneath the ground. Some swear a lantern burns there when the moon is high, and a horse's hoofbeat answers from below. If you pass that hill when evening falls, ride on, good friends, and do not heed the lady's call.
Good folk, warm your hands and listen close. Not all vows are sworn in halls of kings. Some are whispered by castle walls at dusk, where the falcons circle and the wind carries secrets. In a northern keep long fallen to ivy lived a maiden who kept the hawks of her father's tower. And once when war came riding through the valley, she chose mercy over duty. Hear now the sorrowful lay of the falconer's daughter. High on the stone of Elder Keep, where the hunting banners flew, the falconer's daughter walked the wall beneath the morning dew. Her father served a northern lord whose riders filled the plain, while far below the valley roads ran dark with dust and rain. O falcon, fly the evening sky above the castle stone, for hearts may swear by steel and crown, yet love walks roads alone. One twilight by the orchard gate a wounded rider came, his armor torn by spear and blade, his cloak without a name. She led him through the garden path where ivy masked the door, and bound the wound beneath his side upon the tower floor. O falcon, fly the evening sky above the castle stone, for hearts may swear by steel and crown, yet love walks roads alone. 7 nights she hid the night, while storms rolled through the land. And every dawn the falcons cried above the orchard stand. He swore an oath beside the fire when strength returned again. I'll ride these wars and come for you when peace has touched the plain. So through the gate before the dawn the wounded rider fled, while high above the tower stones the falcons wheeled and spread. The years rolled on like autumn rain, the wars burned far and wide, yet still she walked the castle wall each dusk at eventide. O falcon, fly the evening sky above the castle stone, for hearts may swear by steel and crown, yet love walks roads alone. At last one spring a rider came beneath the orchard tree, his armor bright with foreign wars, his horse from distant sea. But silence held the falcon tower, and ivy climbed the hall, for winter claimed the waiting heart that watched the western wall. O falcon, fly the evening sky above the castle stone, for hearts may swear by steel and crown, yet love walks roads alone. So if you see a falcon wheel above a lonely keep, remember the daughter who kept her watch, for promises ride swift upon the wind, but sometimes the road is longer than the heart can wait.
Come closer, good folk, and keep your purses tight, for the road I sing tonight runs through the greenwood. There the king's men ride in iron and law, but the forest answers to other masters. Some call them thieves, some call them heroes, yet many a hungry traveler has blessed their fire. Hear now the wandering lay of the outlaw of the greenwood. In the shadow of the greenwood deep, where the tall oaks guard the way, rode the sheriffs with their iron men to hunt a band one day. For word had spread through town and field, and every market stall that Roan Hood of the Greenwood band had mocked the king and all. Hey, the greenwood deep and wide, where the free winds laugh and roam, for a man may lose the king's highway, yet find the forest home. Now Rowan stood beside the brook, with bow across his knee. His cloak was green as summer leaves, his eyes as quick to see. Around him stood a ragged band of hunters, rogues, and three old soldiers who had left the wars to live the woodland free. Hey, the greenwood deep and wide, where the free winds laugh and roam. For a man may lose the king's highway, yet find the forest home. A merchant rode the forest path with silver in his train. His wagons groaned with velvet cloth and wine from southern plain. But Rowan stepped before the road beneath the oak's wide limb, and smiled as though the meeting there was fortune sent for him. "Good sir," he said with laughing voice, "your road has crossed our own, and toll is due in greenwood law, though kings may claim the throne. We'll take no bread from hungry folk, nor coin from plough or hand, but those who feast while others starve must pay the forest band." Hey, the greenwood deep and wide, where the free winds laugh and roam. For a man may lose the king's highway, yet find the forest home. So silver changed its heavy purse, and bread was bought in town, and many a poor man blessed the name of Rowan Hood the Brown. Yet sheriffs swore by Iron Crown they'd see the outlaw fall, though every child in village lanes still sang his naming call. Hey, the greenwood deep and wide, where the free winds laugh and roam. For a man may lose the king's highway, yet find the forest home. So if you pass through greenwood shade and hear a bowstring sing through leaves, best keep your purse for honest bread and greet the road with ease. For kings may rule the towns and walls, but deep beneath the oaken hood, the laughter of free riders still belongs to the greenwood.
Travelers, heed this tale before you take the night road. In a valley where the fog never quite leaves the grass, once stood an abbey whose bells called the faithful to prayer. Yet pride and secrecy walked those cloisters, and one winter the abbey vanished from the world. Still, they say the bell has not forgotten its duty. Hear now the haunting lay of the bell of the lost abbey.
the grey marsh meets the road and willow shadows lie, there once stood stone and cloister wall beneath the northern sky. The abbey bells rang clear at dawn above the drifting plain, till one long winter's bitter storm swept darkness through the rain. Hark the bell beneath the ground, soft through fog and rain, for the abbey lost to mortal sight still calls its prayer again. The monks had found a hidden crypt below the chapel stair. A thing of ancient restless sleep was buried silent there. Yet pride grew strong within their halls and secrets bound their breath, till one cold night the valley heard a bell that tolled for death. Hark the bell beneath the ground, soft through fog and rain, for the abbey lost to mortal sight still calls its prayer again. When dawn broke through the silver mist, no abbey walls were seen. No tower rose above the field where cloister stones had been. The valley grass grew smooth and wide as though no hand had laid a chapel there, nor monks had walked, nor prayers were ever made. Yet travelers on the lonely road, when dusk begins to fall, have heard a bell beneath the earth still sounding through it all. And some who followed where it rang have vanished in the grey, as though the abbey called them down to kneel and never stray. Hark the bell beneath the ground, soft through fog and rain, for the abbey lost to mortal sight still calls its prayer again. So if you walk that valley road when twilight veils the sky, listen well before you wander where the fog grows deep. For some bells are rung by faithful hands, and some by things that never left the crypt.
Good friends, not every king sits safely upon his throne. Some wear a traveler's cloak and walk the muddy roads, to learn what their banners never tell them. In the old days one such king left his golden hall and wandered his realm as a humble stranger. What he found upon those roads changed the fate of many men. Hear now the wandering tale of the king who walked in disguise. A king once ruled a mountain land with towers bright and tall, yet whispers reached his guarded court beyond the palace wall, of hungry fields beards and crooked toes of sheriffs hard and grim. So one cold dawn he left the gate with none to follow him. Ride the road and hear the land beyond the crown and throne. For truth walks not in golden halls, but where the people roam. He wore no crown upon his brow, no banner on his spear. A traveler's cloak across his back, a weathered mule to steer. He shared the bread of farmers' fires and slept in roadside inns, and heard the songs of common folk and tales of hidden sins. Ride the road and hear the land beyond the crown and throne. For truth walks not in golden halls, but where the people roam. He saw a widow taxed to tears, a miller robbed by law, and soldiers rough with village folk who ruled by blade and awl. Yet in the hills he found as well kind hearts and open doors, where strangers shared their bread and ale, though they possessed but stores. Then back he rode to marble halls, where nobles bowed their head, and summoned those whose greedy hands had filled the land with dread. The crown was placed upon his brow before the gathered throne, and justice walked the realm that day, where truth at last was known. Ride the road and hear the land beyond the crown and throne. For truth walks not in golden halls, but where the people roam. So remember, good friends, when rulers speak of distant lands, the wisest kings once walked their roads in humble boots. For a crown may command a kingdom, but only the road reveals its truth. Gather close, good folk, and still thy voices a while, for I bear a tale from the border marches, where three cold rivers meet beneath a wind-torn sky. There a handful of weary men once stood against a host, not for glory nor for gold, but that their homeland might see another dawn. Hear now the solemn lay of the Battle of Three Rivers. Where the three grey rivers wander through valley wide and bare, a banner of the northern king once rose against the air, and 50 men beside the ford kept watch through wind and rain, while rumor rode on midnight roads of war upon the plain. Stand thee fast where waters meet, though night grow dark and cold, for many lands lands are saved, men say, by few who keep the whole. At dawn the eastern host appeared with iron ranks and flame. Their trumpets shook the frozen hills, their captains called a name. Yet still the little banner stood beside the narrow shore, and none who held the river gate spoke a word of turning o'er. Stand thee fast where waters meet, though night grow dark and cold. For many lands are saved, men say, by few who keep the whole. Three times the river ran with steel, three times the lines were thrown, and still the weary northern band held fast the crossing stone, till dusk lay red upon the stream and quiet claimed the field, where broken spears and silent shields no living hand would wield. When spring returned with thawing rain, the valley folk did say, no enemy had crossed the ford nor passed that bitter day. For those who stood at Three Rivers, though all their names be lost, had kept the gate of all the realm, whatever be the cause. Stand thee fast where waters meet, though night grow dark and cold. For many lands are saved, men say, by few who keep the whole. So if thou pass that lonely ford and hear the waters run, remember those whose bones lie there beneath the setting sun. For kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, yet rivers still proclaim the courage of forgotten men, whose deeds outlive their name.
Good friends, thou hast heard of knights and kings, yet the wide sea holds tales no road may know. Long ago there sailed a mariner, who swore a strange star called him westward. Through storm and wandering years he followed that light, beyond the maps of mortal men. Hear now the wandering lay of the sailor who followed the star. A mariner stood by the harbor wall, beneath the evening star, and swore that light beyond the tide was guiding him afar. His vessel small, his crew but few, yet still he loosed the line, for dreams may drive a wandering heart beyond the harbor's side. Follow thou the lonely star that crossed the darkened foam, for some are born to see the shore, no chart hath ever shown. The winter seas were hard and wild, the masts with frost were on, yet every night that silver flame above the waves was found. Your sailors spoke of turning back to ports they once had known, but still he steered by star and wind toward lands unseen, unknown. Follow down a lonely star across the dark and fold, for some are born to seek a shore, nor chart hath ever shown. Years passed like gulls across the tide, till one pale dawn they saw a distant shore of silver sand, beyond all seaman's law. What land it was no tongue could say, nor map hath marked true. Yet there the wandering sailor stood, beneath a sky of blue. At last he came to port again, an old man worn by foam, his hair as white as winter tide, his eyes like drifting loam. He spoke of lands beyond the west, yet none could find that way, save those who trust a single star and sail the wall game safe. Follow thou the lonely star across the darkened fold, for some are born to seek a shore, no chart hath ever shown. So, when thou stand upon the shore and watch the evening rise, remember that one wandering man who trusted in the skies. For many ships return to port, yet some few follow still, the star that calls beyond the world.
Hearken, good folk, to a tale of mountain roads, where snow lies deep upon the pass. In those highlands a messenger once rode, bearing word that would save a kingdom. Yet many sought his life before he reached the gate. Only one companion flew above his path.
Hear now the swift and sorrowful lay of the falcon of the northern path. Through the frozen northern pass, a lone young rider came, a message sealed beneath his cloak that none but kings might claim. Above him wheeled a hunting hawk against the winter sky, the only soul that marked his road as storm winds hurried by. Fly thee high, thou mountain hawk, above the snow and stone, for lonely roads and secret words are oft by birds made known. Three dark riders followed fast from valleys far below. Their cloaks were black as midnight rain, their blades like winter snow. Yet still the messenger pressed on where narrow ridges lay, while high above the falcon cried and marked the hidden way. Fly thee high, thou mountain hawk, above the snow and stone, for lonely roads and secret words are oft by birds made known. The riders struck upon the ridge beneath the falling night. Steel rang once upon the wind in one brief mountain fight. Yet though the young man fell at last upon the frozen ground, the falcon bore his message forth where watchful men were found. So dawn broke red above the pass where silent snowfields lay, and armies turned their march aside before the coming day. For though the rider's breath was gone, his duty had been done, and high above the mountain road the falcon faced the sun. Fly thee high, thou mountain hawk, above the snow and stone, for lonely roads and secret words are oft by birds made known.
Thus the pass was saved that winter day, not by kings nor gathered might, but by one rider and a faithful hawk. Remember this, good friends, sometimes the smallest wing may carry the fate of realms.
Come closer, good folk, and heed a tale from the northern marches. There stands a broken gate of blackened stone where the mountain road bends into shadow. Long ago a night came there after a bitter war, when kings were weary and the dead lay thick upon the field. And there, before heaven and earth alike, he swore a vow that would bind his life to the pass. Hear now the first lay of the Raven Knight, and the oath he swore at Blackstone Gate.
Crags guard the northern road and winter winds do moan. There stands an ancient shattered gate of dark and weathered stone. No banner flies upon its wall, no watchfire warms the night. Yet once a weary knight rode there at fading edge of light. Stand thou fast, O black stone gate, where storm and shadow meet. For oaths once sworn in iron years shall hold the wandering feet. Sir Aldrin came from battlefields where broken lances lay. His armor scarred by many wars, his beard turned pale as grey. The kingdoms feasted far away, their trumpets loud with cheer. Yet still the northern mountain road lay cold and empty here. Stand thou fast, O black stone gate, where storm and shadow meet. For oaths once sworn in iron years shall hold the wandering feet. Beside the ruined wall where moss had claimed the stone, and spoke unto the silent hills in voice both grave and lone. No king hath kept this northern pass, nor guard nor watchfire true. So by my sword and by my breath this charge I take to do. Then sudden from the evening sky a raven dark as night descend into the broken gate and watch the armored knight. Its wings were black as winter storms, its eye like ember flame. And those who later heard the tale remembered well that same. Stand thou fast, O black stone gate, where storm and shadow meet. For oaths once sworn in iron years shall hold the wandering feet.
Sir Aldrin laid his gauntlet down upon the ancient stone, and swore before the silent pass a vow both grim and lone. So long as breath abides in me, no foe shall cross this way. And should I fall, let ravens tell what watch was kept this day. Stand thou fast, O black stone gate, where storm and shadow meet. For oaths once sworn in iron years shall hold the wandering feet. So the oath was sworn at Blackstone Gate, and the raven marked the vow. Years would pass and kingdoms change, yet still the northern road would whisper of that night, and travelers began to speak of a watcher in blackened armor, with ravens circling the lonely pass.
Good folk, thou hast heard how the oath was swore at the broken stones of Blackstone Gate. Yet vows are easily spoken in the heat of battle, and few men keep them when years grow long and lonely. Still the northern road remembers one who did. Through winter snows and summer dust he watched the pass, till travelers spoke his name in hushed voices by their fires. Hear now the second lay of the legend, the Raven Knight's Vigil.
The first year passed with thawing snows and rivers loud with rain. No army marched the northern road, no rider crossed the plain. Yet still beside the broken gate, the silent watcher stood, while ravens circled overhead like shadows in the wood. Keep thou watch, O Raven Knight, where lonely north winds roam, for roads forgotten by the world still guard a kingdom's home. In summer came the merchant carts, with bells upon their reins. They saw a knight in weathered mail, who walked the mountain lanes. He spoke but little of his name, nor asked for coin nor bread. Yet every traveler left the pass with safer road ahead. Keep thou watch, O Raven Knight, where lonely north winds roam, for roads forgotten by a world still guard a kingdom's home.
The winters deepened year by year. The snows grew hard and wide, yet still the black-armored watcher kept vigil by the side. And oft above the shattered gate a circling raven flew, as though the bird remembered well the oath its witness knew. And stories spread through distant towns by hearth and tavern fire, of one lone knight who kept the pass, though none bid him require. Some swore he never seemed to age, nor sought a lord's command, but served the road and northern gate as guardian of the land.
Keep thou watch, O Raven Knight, where lonely north winds roam, for roads forgotten by the world still guard a kingdom's home.
Thus the years rolled by like drifting snow upon the lonely northern pass. Kings forgot the road, and armies chose easier paths. Yet still the Raven Knight kept watch at Blackstone Gate, and travelers began to wonder whether the man yet lived, or whether the mountains themselves had taken him into legend.
Good folk, thou hast heard how the oath was sworn,
and how the Raven Knight kept vigil through the turning years. Yet no watch lasts forever, and even the strongest vow must one day face its trial. So it came to pass that war once more climbed the northern road, and the quiet pass of Blackstone Gate heard the tread of many iron feet. Hear now the final lay of the legend, the last watch of the Raven Knight.
A bitter dawn rose pale and cold upon the northern land, when distant horns through mountain mist were heard across the strand. An eastern host with banners black came winding through the snow, and toward the gate of shattered stone their iron ranks did go. Ride thee forth, O Raven Knight, where storm and battle meet, for oaths once sworn at Blackstone Gate shall hold the mountain sea. Sir Aldrin stood beside the wall, his armor worn and old. The winters many had bowed his head, yet still his gaze was bold. Above the pass the ravens wheeled, as though they marked the day when steel and fate would meet at last upon the northern way. Ride thee forth, O Raven Knight, where storm and battle meet, for oaths once sworn at Blackstone Gate shall hold the mountain sea. He mounted then his weathered horse beneath the silent sky. No banner flew above his helm, no trumpet raised its cry. Yet lone he rode from Broken Gate, where winds through ruins sighed, to meet the marching iron tide that filled the valley wide. The clash was brief beneath the crags, where snowfields met the plain. Steel rang once through the mountain pass, and then was still again. For when the eastern host looked up through mist and drifting snow, they saw the ravens thick as storm above the field below. Ride thee forth, O Raven Knight, where storm and battle meet, for oaths once sworn at Blackstone Gate shall hold the mountain sea. When morning sun at last broke through the frozen valley air, no rider stood beside the road, nor knight in armor there. Yet still the shattered gate remained, and none had crossed that way
and ravens watched the silent pass till night reclaimed the day. Ride thee forth, O raven knight, where storm and battle meet. For oaths once sworn at Blackstone gate shall hold the mountain seat. So the pass was held, and the road lay seat. Yet the raven knight was seen no more. Some say he fell upon the snow that day, his oath fulfilled at last. And some swear that when storm winds cross Blackstone gate, a lone rider still walks the ridge, with ravens circling in the darkening sky.